Hello children, myself Anil Kumar CN, working as assistant teacher at GHS Arlal Sandra, Bidadi Hobli, Ramanagara Taluk and Ramanagara district. I have been working as a textbook review committee member as well as a translation committee member for mathematics. I am here today to welcome you all to the orientation program for mathematics of class 10, where you are going to write the examination in a new pattern, that is MCQ based questions. Children, as you all know, this time you are going to write a new pattern of examination, right? You are going to have all the multiple choice questions for about 40 marks. Isn't it good? It is good as well as bad also, because if you make a mistake, you are going to lose 2 marks. As you all know that, even though you are writing an examination for 40 marks, that will be doubled, wherein you are going to get the marks for 80. For that reason, you are going to lose 2 marks if you make one wrong answer. So, you should be very much cautious when you are writing answers for such kind of questions. So, let us have a bird's eye view of what all the content is there for class 10 under mathematics subject. As you all know that there are 15 chapters in mathematics, and now as we have reduced the syllabus, you are going to write the examination only for 11 chapters. For these 11 chapters, you will have 40 questions to be answered for 40 marks, and all the questions are of multiple choice question type. So, since it is of multiple choice, there are some strategies that you are supposed to follow to answer these kind of questions. Let us have a bird's eye view of about what are all the content that you are going to have in mathematics and the marks also for the same chapters. So, we have under algebra, you are going to write for about 13 marks, that is arithmetic progression, pair of linear equations and quadratic equations togetherly carries 13 marks, and trigonometry as well as applications will be there for 5 marks. The next we have is coordinate geometry, we are going to write for about 4 marks, right, and statistics is for 3 marks. Triangles, circles and constructions togetherly appear for 10 marks, and lastly the surface area and volumes for 5 marks. Altogether it is for 40 marks. Children, here we are with some skills and strategies to answer these questions. So, what are those tips? Please follow these tips while writing examination. First of all, you have to read the entire question. Most of the students do not read the entire question and go with the wrong answers. Never make such a mistake. You have to read the entire question along with all the 4 options which is given as answers there, because all the 4 distractors are going to distract you while answering. All the 4 looks as if they are correct, but you have to choose the right one. So, for that reason, you have to read the entire question and also all the 4 options to that. Now, first and foremost idea behind this is to eliminate the wrong answer. This is one of the idea behind answering multiple choice questions. You are going to eliminate the wrong answers. Let us go and discuss how to eliminate such kind of wrong answers with few examples also, right? And you have to select a suitable answer there, okay? Read, as I said, read every answer being given there as an option, and then very important is think before ink, that is before shading the OMR. Think twice, okay? Think twice before answering. Check your answer before shading. Once if you have shaded the answer, you cannot alter it. Even though it is altered, it is not going to be considered. So, be very careful and conscious before answering the questions, okay? Remember the proverb, think before ink, okay? Answer the questions that you know for the first, okay? Never go with unknown answers. Go with the known answers, finish it off and then go with the unknown answers, as because you have very less amount of time to answer 40 questions. Children, just think, you are going to write one paper that is of 3 core subjects for 3 hours. If I divide the time into 3 parts, that is 1 hour for each subject, you will have 1 hour, that is 60 minutes for 40 questions. Think, if you spend more amount of time while answering few questions wherein you require to do with 2 or 3 steps, and you are going to be fumbled over there when you cannot answer it correctly. So, I always suggest to answer those questions which you know better and the best, okay? With all these strategies, let us discuss very few examples about how to answer these questions, okay? While guessing also, if you are making a guess, make an educated guess, because you have attended the classes and you have got the number of repetition of model question papers as well as many other questions papers has been solved in your schools. So I think and I always suggest you to have an educated guess. Just do not pick any one of them out of the 4. Okay, right. So let us have an example of such kind. Observe this question, children. In the figure, to state the triangle ABC being similar to triangle PQR, the similarity criterion that can be used is, okay, observe the question carefully. You have 4 different options there. Okay, there are 4 different options which states the different criterion there. That is A criterion, yes criterion, yes criterion, as well as ASA. Think before answering. Observe carefully. They are being given with 2 triangles with 2 different angles there. Observe. You know that sum of 3 angles in a triangle is 180. In one of the triangle, one of the angle is known, that is one is 60, the other is 80, the third angle would be 40 degree. Now we can compare both the triangles and see that the 3 angles are equal, which means they are equiangular. If they are equiangular, by saying that the angles are equal, then the criterion is very good. It is A. Isn't it, children? It's an easy task. See, here I could easily eliminate the answers. SSS cannot be used because in the figure, yes criterion cannot be applied as sides are not known. I could not go with SAS also because sides are not known. The last one is I know 2 angles but included side. That's such a kind of criteria is not at all there in our syllabus, right? We cannot apply ASA criteria for stating the triangles are similar. So I can easily eliminate 3 answers and get into the right answer, that is A, even though if I do not know the measure of all the 3 angles there. Right, we have one more example here. Solution for the pair of equations, that is x plus y is equal to 5 and x minus y is equal to 1 is. Just observe the options there. If you see that x plus y is 5, the sum of 2 numbers should be 5 and the difference of the same should be 1. Observe those options there. 4 and 1 is there, 4 plus 1 is 5, 4 minus 1 is 3. That cannot be the answer. So you can eliminate that. Go with the second option. 2 plus 3 is 5, but difference of 2 and 3 is minus 1, but I want plus 1, so that is also not the right answer. Go with the C option. 3 plus 2 is 5, 3 minus 2 is 1. So we got the answer. Yes, C is the right answer. If you want, you can check it out the 4th one also and see that it will not be the right one. So the best and the correct answer is x is equal to 3 and y is equal to 2, children. So this is how we are going to find out the best answer out of the given 4 options. You can eliminate by observing also sometimes, right? We'll go with one more example. Observe this question. If the sum of n terms of an AP is Sn is equal to n square plus 1, then A3 is, the third term is, and it's been given like that. So generally what the students do is they'll substitute 3 in that particular place and get the answer. See, even our teachers are quite good. What they do is they try to distract you people. You have tried to put 3 into that particular place of n. So we got 3 square, that is 9, plus 3, that is 12. So 9 plus 3 is 12, then the first option itself is 12. So most of the students get confused here and they mark it as 12. But actually they have given sum of terms and they've asked you to find out the third term. Sum of terms and third term are related in a different manner, right? So you have to know that. How do we do this problem then? So it's an easy method here. See here, Sn is equal to n square plus 1, children. Substitute n is equal to 3, you get S3 value, the sum of 3 terms. Now find out sum of 2 terms also. So S3 minus S2 will always give you A3. Remember this, because we know the formula Sn minus Sn minus 1 is always equal to An. Using this, I can easily find out the third term. So S3 minus S2 gives the third term, that is 6. Isn't it easy, children? So this is how you have to analyze which kind of formula can be applied here and how do I solve it so that I lead to the right answer. Okay, sometimes in mathematics you could not directly answer the question, but you have to solve. You need to solve 1 or 2 steps and get the answer, but it will be quite easier. See, here is a formula being asked. It's a direct question, but there are some changes being done. You have to be very careful to observe that such kind of thing. The line segment joining the points P of A, B and Q of C, D are being divided by a point R on it in a ratio m is to n. Now you have to find out the coordinates of the point R. How do we do that? It's a section formula, as we all know, but usually we would have by hearted the section formula like m1 is to m2 ratio with the points as x1 y1 and x2 y2, but the points are given as a, b and c, d here, that's it. Therefore you have to find out with educated guess, as I said earlier. You have to be very much perfect in guessing the answer here. and the answer would be, it is the D option, right? M into C plus N into A divided by M plus N, M into D plus N into B divided by M plus N will be the section formula here. Is it clear? Now, we will go for another example. The altitudes of similar triangles are in the ratio 4:9. Then the ratio between their perimeters. Children, generally we would have learnt about their areas, but not perimeters, isn't it? See, perimeters and altitudes are in direct ratio, okay? I can say that the altitudes of similar triangles are proportional to the perimeters of the triangle. Whereas areas, remember areas, the areas of similar triangles are always proportional to squares of corresponding sides. But whereas here you could see that the altitudes, the corresponding sides, the medians are all proportional to the perimeter directly. So, if the ratio is 4:9, the answer will be 4:9 itself. Okay, there is no change. But to confuse you people, they would have given you the square numbers. Okay, they have also given the square root of those two numbers also. So, it's a different kinds of distractors being given. So, you should be very careful while choosing the right answer. So, one more kind of question, very simple, but you have to have an idea about how to utilize that particular data being given in a right method, so that you will need to answer in a quick manner. So, the area of circular base of a cylinder is 33 centimeter square and its height is 10 centimeter. You have to find the volume. So, how is this area and the volume being related? You know that volume is equal to pi r square h for a cylinder, right? Where the pi r square is nothing but the area of circular base. So, they have given you the area of circular base there. You have to identify that area of circular base is 33, which is same as pi r square. Substitute the value there, okay? 33 times 10 gives you 330 centimeter cube. So, you can easily answer this question. So, sometimes you need to solve the question so that you get the right answer. That's it. So, it's a question here, if the height of a vertical pole is equal to the length of a shadow on the ground, the angle of elevation of the sun is. Children, you might have observed the question carefully here. The height of vertical pole is equal to length of its shadow. Height and the shadow length both are equal, which means height is equal to distance. When do we have height and distance being equal? That is, opposite side is equal to adjacent side. The ratio is 1. So, what's the answer now? It should be 45 degree, because you know that tan theta will always tell us about the opposite side compared with adjacent side. Here the opposite side and adjacent side are being equal, then the ratio is 1. So, tan theta being equal to 1 tells that tan 45 is equal to 1, thereby theta is 45. Isn't it easy to guess it, right? So, you have to read the question carefully. When you read the question, there is no need to solve it also, right? Height is equal to length will always give you tan theta value, that is 45 degree here, right? One more question here. Plumb line is a combination of, you might have seen people being using such kind of thing for the where they go with constructions, right? Plumb line. Okay, that plumb line is a combination of what? You can see the figure there and observe carefully and write the answer. Okay, it's a cone along with a hemisphere. So, the option is hemisphere along with the cone. We have the option C, mark it out, that's the answer. So, observing the figure, you can answer such kind of question. You might have also seen in the model paper, they have given you the funnel. Funnel as an example, right? Funnel is a combination of frustum of cone along with the cylinder. Okay. So, you better see all the different kinds of combination of solids, that will help you a lot to answer such kind of question. So, the next question based on circles as well as construction part. Here in the adjoining figure, you can see that angle POQ is 110 degrees. What is the value of PRQ? Children, you know that the angle between the radii and the angle between the tangents are always supplementary. If angle between the radii is 110, what would be the angle between their tangents? Supplementary means add up to get 180. So, 110 plus 70 gives you 180. Therefore, the answer should be 70. Mathematics is easy, but you have to go with certain ideas behind it. You have to follow proper instructions being given by teachers so that you can answer all the questions in a better way. So, here is a question wherein you are supposed to have an educated guess again. Identify the wrong statement with respect to a pair of linear equations. Children, you might have studied a table being given in a textbook based on the type of graphical representation for different conditions of the coefficients of x variable and y variable, isn't it? So, based on that particular tabular column given in a textbook, here's a question. If lines are parallel, there is no solution. Is it right? Yes. If lines are parallel, as they do not intersect, there could not be any solution for that. So, the first statement is correct. Let us go to the second statement. If the lines are perpendicular to each other, there is a unique solution. Very true. Since the lines are intersecting, they have only one point in common. Children, remember, any two straight lines can have one point in common or no point in common. When they have no point in common, it means there is no solution. When they have one point in common, they will have a unique solution. Many solutions if the lines coincide. Very true. Yes, many solutions whenever the lines are coinciding on each other. All the points on the line will be the solution for the given equation. Then what's the answer? The last answer will be the wrong one. Yes, two solutions if they intersect. I said a statement earlier. Did you all listen carefully? What was that? If two straight lines will have, any two straight lines will have one point in common or no point in common. Here they are saying that if two lines intersect, there are two solutions. How is it possible? Any two straight lines will meet at only one point. It can never have two solutions. Is it clear? Yes. So the answer would be the option D, that is two solutions if they intersect, is the wrong statement here. Formula to calculate the volume of frustum of a cone. Children, they might make small changes. Okay, there might be small changes in the formula that is being given. You have to very much observe it very much carefully there. See, generally you would have by heart attack like 1 by 3 pi h r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. But you could not see in such way there. It is not written as 1 by 3. You could see there one of the option written like this, option A. It is pi h by 3 into r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2. Generally what students have studied as 1 by 3 times pi h. So whenever they see that, they will go with the option B and C. They will eliminate A and D itself. But actually the answer should be with A and D itself. So just observe carefully, A will be the option, which is correct one. The right way of expressing the formula for volume of frustum is pi h by 3 times r1 square plus r2 square plus r1 into r2 will be the correct answer. So whenever you have studied the formulas, there may be small changes being done. So please go through that also properly. That will help you a lot. Okay, here's the last question based on quadratic equation. Let's just check it out. If the roots of a quadratic equation x square plus 6x plus k is equal to 0 are real and equal, then the value of k is. Children, just observe, they have said that the roots are real and equal. So which particular concept will help you to understand, or which concept will help you to answer this question? Yes, it is nature of roots. So how do we understand nature of roots? That is by determining the discriminant value. How do we determine the discriminant value? You know that delta is equal to b square minus 4ac. If b square minus 4ac is equal to 0, then the roots are equal. Now what will you do? Write down b square minus 4ac, equate it to 0 and substitute the values for b, 4, b, a and c. Okay, here is 6 square minus 4 into 1 into k, which is equal to 0. Simplify this, children. You get 36 minus 4k is equal to 0. Hence you get the answer as 36 is equal to 4k, where k will be equal to 9. So we got the answer to be option C, it is 9. So this is the way that we are supposed to answer the multiple choice questions. Never guess the answers directly. Mathematics is very easy to answer because you are going to understand what of the concepts that you have understood, you are going to utilize it here. The questions will be based either on knowledge or on understanding, very less of application here. And moreover, skill is also very less this time. But we have construction based questions, but even though it is also based on theoretical calculations now. So everything based on calculations. So be careful while answering the questions. Okay, solve. You should remember that there is no direct answer. You have to see that there will be 1 or 2 steps to solve, and then you will get the answer. So memorize all the formulas in textbook. Okay, try to understand the concepts well. Okay, practice the definitions, everything, so that you can have your exams in a better manner. Okay, you are going to come out with flying colors, with good scores. Okay, all the best for your exam, children. Thank you very much.